Hi, I'm Lexi, and this is my tiny home. This right here is my 1976 Airstream Argosy in all of her raw glory. I purchased her about a year ago, and my daughter and I have been living tiny since then. Well, I really wasn't completely happy with the condition that she was in, so we have now completely stripped her, sandblasted, and now we're about to do aluminum repair, dent pulling, and a final paint job. So with all of that being said, I'll show you. So this is what we are currently working with. If you can see down here, the previous owners, it looks like they had repaired the steel that's under here, or aluminum. I'm not really sure what the material is. I bought replacement earlier, and I bought steel sheets to try and repair that myself with my stepdad's help. It looks like the previous owners had bondoed some of it, but there's a whole lot of dents in it. Just needs to be pulled, beat out, like this right here, this little door panel. I need to take this off and see what the issue is under this, but that's going to be replaced, and all of these little aluminum pieces down here. There's just a whole lot of things that need to be done before she can get painted. This is a front view. Now remind you, we have replacement lights. We're going to go back and with a high pressure hose sort of get any of that sand off that's left, because there's a whole lot in the window sills and stuff. And all of this where I stripped, it's got some paint left on it, but she needs to be cleaned up, need to be resealed. All of this needs to be pulled off, redone. I may have bit off a little more than I can chew, but that's okay. On this side, the under aluminum looks like it's in pretty good condition. I don't know that I'm really gonna have to mess with anything over here. I will eventually, after everything's done, try and get some sort of solar system to go on top and a flat AC unit. And here's this side. And here is where one of the big problems is. We are going to, later this afternoon, I will try and video it if we get around to it, but pulling all of this off and seeing what the issue is under here. I'm hoping that we can just repair this with steel and it won't be that bad, but it's really a pretty big area. Here is the back end. We've got replacement lights going in, but everything's pretty raw right now. I believe it is 26 foot. I'll show you inside in just a second. My goal today is to try and sand that floor. So we'll show you some of the interior now. So everything right now I sort of have up out of the way, but everything that I own is in this thing, so it's a little hard. I don't really have anywhere for this stuff to go. So I kind of just picked up what was on the floor. When you walk in, you've got this little area right here. You've got your fridge. I'm getting a new replacement fridge, one that's a little bit bigger and can go all the way to the ground. I have my daughter's Montessori toy shelf right here. All of her toys, everything's a disaster right now. And then you've got a twin day bed right here. I'm going to get someone to build me 2 wooden cubbies right here that just slide in and out, so that I don't have to keep putting the plastic tubs with our clothes under it, because that's a really big issue. This right here is going to have a lining to where it can be used as a functional day bed. I did have it set up with pillows, blankets, like a normal bed, but it was just wasting space. And up here, I have all of my spices and flour, beans, everything like that. And I'm going to get someone to build me a shelf, not really a shelf, but some sort of front wooden pieces lining this, and then rattan in the middle, and so that I can open it and close it so that it doesn't look so cluttered. That's kind of the goal with everything inside, is to just find ways to not let it look so cluttered. So over here, we have the kitchen 2-eye burner, nice little cabinets. Got a big farm style sink. And then I have my new faucet in here that's gonna go in. She's pretty. And as far as the interior, the only thing that I want to redo is today, these floors right here are really yellow, which I don't mind, but I'm really wanting to go for a more like old school farmhouse style. So I think what I'm gonna do today is I have this sander and I'm gonna try and see if I just sand all of this floor, if I can leave it raw and not have to worry about a color on it. So that's sort of my goal for today. I need to take my shoes out. This is where I currently keep my shoes. I'm also going to try in today, if I don't get to it today, I'll do it tomorrow, but I'm gonna bust up all of this bathroom floor. I've ordered new tile from my work company to replace all of this in here. It's gonna be a really cool, funky tile. And then I will post clips, I did not video much, but of me busting this entire shower out. So my goal for this is to have a shower pan, which I have on the way. I'm going to take this whole tub unit out and put a shower pan and then have a bench to where my daughter and I can use, you know, a removable shower head and just rinse off, have more room, because she's getting a little too big for this tub anyways. It is really small. So I have quite a few renovations that's going to be going on in here. Curtains, gonna sew curtains for this to go all the way around. Potentially butcher block countertop on top of this, somewhere to hide all of my makeup. Nothing will be exposed. And then getting a new little pendant for here. So that's sort of the bathroom. Okay. And yep, I think that's it. Got all of our stuff, our tiny toilet up here right now. Everything's a disaster, but I'm so excited to finally get started. So I guess I will start videoing me sanding the floor so that you guys can see. I really underestimated how much sandpaper this would take, and I do not have near enough. Story of my life. So I started out with a 220 fine grit and realized that that was not about to work. So now I am using an 80 grit, which is doing okay, but I feel like I definitely need a lower grit to be able to finish this up. So I may have to stop for the day. So I decided to quit on the hardwood until I get a coarser grit sandpaper. But we did just remove the toilet. This is the current tile that is in here. It just really needs some work done, as you can see. So like I say, I have that really funky tile going in here. So before that happens, I've got to bust all of this up and just really hope that the subfloor is in good condition. Okay, once you have a starting place, it's really not bad. I should really get gloves on. This is not a good example, but I do have safety goggles. So once you get a starting place, it's easier from there. That's how the shower was it was just getting that start on it. At the beginning, I showed me really having to bust that tile up. But once I got the first couple pieces, it was pretty easy. I actually found out that there is LVP under this floor right here, vinyl planking. And the breaker box is under here, which I knew that, of course, but I'm trying to get all of this up. Really, now that I started busting, I'm just getting a pry bar, and the whole tile piece is just popped straight off. Let's see if I can show you on this one. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this one-handed. Here it goes. And then they sort of just pop up. And then I can just pull the whole piece off. So, pretty easy. But that is thankfully because they had this tile backing down, which I will absolutely be putting down when I lay the new floor. I quickly realized yesterday that there was not enough daylight. I ended up finishing all this, so I wanted to go back and show you guys. This was all of the LVP underneath and everything that I got through for the day.